I was fortunate enough to kind of come into the academy behind Officer Debbie Wagner. She was pretty much the mentor that planted the seed that kind of came up with the idea back in '97 when it actually got started to kind of provide a opportunity for the citizens of Lexington to come in and take a view of your police department. You can come in and kind of watch exactly what the police recruits go through. You can see how they're trained. You can talk to the training staff, you know, the theories behind why we do what we do, and giving them a chance to kind of make up their own minds. It's really education is really what it's all about, versus kind of having someone else kind of dictate, you know, your thoughts and processes about police work and why did he or she make a decision to do it like that. If you kind of come in and you spend a little bit of time vested, it's free. We just do it one night a week, about 3 hours. Usually have a meal before we get started, have a qualified instructor come in, get all your questions answered. A lot of it's hands-on, a big part of it's lecture as well. But it just really doesn't make sense not to take that opportunity to kind of come in and take a look at the, I guess, the legal authority there in your community and what you can expect them to be doing. You know, it's if you have a question about, okay, why is there one police officer out on that stop? Why is there 3 or 4 out on this one? Just commonly asked questions that you can get taken care of, and you can kind of get your own mind, I guess, around, you know, what exactly it is that we do, be educated and share it with others. That's really what it's about. It's a simple concept, but obviously if you're the authority in your community, your people should have the opportunity to come in and see what you do and why you're doing it.
We have a motto, back the blue, and that's what we do. We back the blue in many different ways. And we teach that. After I graduated from the academy, that's when I said that the Alumni Association is just one step further. You can go ahead and get involved and more hands-on with more activities, doing different scenarios for them. And it's just very, very interesting, and you learn so much by doing that you have a lot better appreciation for what the police have to go through on an everyday basis. Talk to my friends, talk to the public, and let them know that the police really are not against the public. They're there to help us, and they're just all-around great people. We want to be the spokesperson for them, for the average citizen out on the street. To me, that's a privilege to get to know the officers. They're just like anybody else. They're like us. They want to go to work, go home in the evening, spend time with their family, and so forth like that. And that's what we try to portray that the officers are. And if you need help, don't be afraid to go up and talk to them. They're more than willing to talk to anybody, anytime, any place.
Well, the Citizens Police Academy is one of the most important things we do here in Lexington because it brings the opportunity for people in our community to learn about our agency and learn about the officers, which I think are the most tremendous asset that our agency has. And once you join the Citizens Police Academy, they continue it on with our Alumni Association. That Alumni Association provides support not only financially, but also to the officers every day when they're out working. They oftentimes get to be able to say things that we're unable to say, or talking to the community to express concerns, or be able to say, I understand why that happened or occurred because I went through the Citizens Police Academy. We receive tremendous support from them. And right now, to be recognized like they have 4 times nationally as a Citizens Police Academy, as a national standard for the country, I think that's a tremendous asset for not only Lexington, our community, but also speaks well of our Citizens Police Academy and their leadership. So we're grateful for all they do. They do a tremendous amount of work in our community. They do a tremendous amount of work for our officers, and they're always out trying to help and seek and help other people.
It's been such a tremendous success since beginning in 1997. I think what they've been able to accomplish has exceeded all of our wildest imagination and dreams. They have actually changed the culture of our police department. When I came on the police department in 1984, the culture was that you didn't bring your families around other police officers. We didn't have events to celebrate things, and it really wasn't a healthy environment from that perspective. The CPA has encouraged support of officers by holding family events and have actually really gone above and beyond. And now you go to events and you see officers who feel very comfortable bringing their kids and their families and sharing with other officers, and it's just a very healthy environment. And I attribute that to the efforts of the folks in the CPA and the Alumni Association. They've done so many things, and obviously they've done it well. They've won every award at the national level that is given to CPA alumni associations. They won the National Chapter of the Year 3 times. No other department or chapter has ever done that. We won Coordinator of the Year, Most Supportive Agency of the Year. We've swept all the awards that are given at the national level for this effort. And it's just certainly a great tribute to the people who've been involved and given their time and talents and efforts.
I've had the pleasure of working with the Citizens Police Academy every year. This is a fantastic organization. So if you haven't been in it and you have an interest in learning about our police department, please do this. This particular academy in Lexington has received several national awards as being the best in the country. And the citizens who get to come learn every aspect of the criminal justice system. I've had the chance to be able to talk to them about what I do and what our office does. So I would encourage you, if you have an interest in learning a little bit more about what we do in Lexington with the police department and the criminal justice system, join up.
The community learns about the police department, and when individuals participate in the Citizens Police Academy, they learn what an officer does every day. It's been my experience they develop a pretty good respect for what the police department does, and they go back into the community and they share that with their friends. So in a city like the size of Lexington, we're just not so big that every citizen shouldn't know or should know a police officer, that there should be a relationship between one another. And I think that the better the relationships are, the better job the police department does in this community. The Citizens Police Academy is also fun. I mean, I've had the pleasure of being there, talking to them. They have a great time. It's a diverse, varied group of people. They have come from very different backgrounds, all kinds of backgrounds, and they get to share with one another their own experiences with law enforcement, and sometimes they have very different experiences with law enforcement. But in the sharing, again, I think that respect and understanding is developed, and the more that we know each other, the more we respect and understand one another, the better place Lexington is to live.
Goodness, I can't believe, and I hate to admit it's been 20 years, but thank you all for all that you've done, all you continue to do. You're the best.
Congratulations on 20 years of success here in Lexington. I remember when it first started off, people were skeptical, and it's probably the best thing our agency has done. And especially the last 2.5, 3 years that the country has seen, it's probably one of the most community-involved programs that we have. So congratulations on 20 great positive years for Lexington Citizens Police Academy.